Hello and welcome back to our RedRun challenge in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, where today we are going to be playing with a Rathian in hopes of getting just one Rathian webbing so that I can make the laggy sword. Because lightning is good against Cedeus. And thankfully we do have a few options for Rathian, like one shows up on this quest, I believe every time. And this quest is specifically for her, and that's why we're going to do this one. Even though it's a capture quest, which makes it a little more dangerous for this run, because if I accidentally kill her, it's game over. But we just need to not accidentally kill her. That's all. Really, it shouldn't be too hard to not kill her. We haven't really been in the habit of killing things before they can limp. Alright, let's grab all this lovely stuff. And then we'll go find Our Lady. Well, the Aptonoth are restless. Does she start down here? She sure does. Hi, lady. Should have brought flashes, but whatever. They're not so important in this game. They're not the way you get sparklies, at least not as often. And I need to remember that. Because this is not a 4th gen game. In 4th gen games, sparklies will guaranteed get you... Or, flash bombs will guaranteed get you a sparkly from Rathian if you flash her out of the sky. Sparklies won't guaranteed get you anything because they're sparklies. And by their very nature, they provide random things. Also, I'm going to do a whole lot of missing her tail, though really we're here for a webbing, so I don't know why I'm placing such priority on the tail. I guess because that's just the way that I am. If there's a severable tail, I tend to want it severed. Like, even if I should be going for a different part, like the wings in this case, the tail just, it taunts me. And I mean, it's not like cutting the tail is going to make us unable to get a wing. At least not unless we somehow get like a million billion poison applications that somehow manage to bring her health so low by themselves that we only had enough time to break the tail before she started limping. But that's simply not going to be the case, because that's not how this game works. Alright, the fact that she just got onto the ground with a tail flinch tells me that that tail's going to come off soon. Unfortunately, soon is not immediately. Ow. Darn her bringing that tail all the way back around. And hey, now everyone except Cha-Cha was poisoned. Yep, you go ahead and fireball, lady. I don't mind. I prefer when you just stay in the air flapping about. Makes your tail way easier to hit. And I do like easy-to-hit tails. In fact, I believe their greatest feature is the ease of hitting them. And I guess her tail wasn't quite so close to popping off as I was expecting. Yeah, if we can get one wing, one tail, and one face, that's all I really need here. Of course, in order to get the face, I'm going to need to put at least some work into that as well. Just trying to attack from a place where I might hit the wing, but I didn't hit the wing. I didn't hit anything. Now, ultimately, if I get desperate to break a wing, I do have a pit trap I could use. But that'd have to be for if I get really desperate, because pit traps are a little hard to replace in this game. Mainly because spider webs can be so limiting. But hey, we got the tail. Oh, she's tired? Of course, it doesn't help if she's tired if I'm still missing the wing. And there goes the face. Still need a wing, though. We're gonna need knockdowns to get those wings. A scale is not a great thing to get from a tail, but I suppose it's manageable. And she is getting a snack, and there's nothing we can do about it. Right. It's been a while since the last time I did an episode in this map. Forgot how it all hooked together. I was thinking she was up in the area with the waterfall, but no, she's right here. And she already had her snack. And she only gave us a tear. Ow. I really wish my sword was just like 30% longer. I feel like I'd be getting a lot more hits if it was just 30% longer. And I mean, 30% of a small length isn't much, but it's about the amount that I'm missing by most of the time. At least that's how it feels. Put your feet down, lady. And then put your feet down and your wing, like, directly in front of my sword. That would be great. I'm just gonna go for these feet in hopes that we can get a knockdown and that knockdown lets us get a wing. And she's leaving again. Or not. What was that about, lady? Okay, wing. I mean, we got some hits. Now she's going to put her feet down, and her wing's going to come down with her feet. Or, no, she's going to do that. Lame. Because when she just lands straight down, then her wing tends to go where it can be hit more easily. But when she does her swooping attack, then that tends to put her and her wing a little bit out of reach. And there we go. So now we can focus on getting her to limp. And thankfully, we are in an area where rolling basically anywhere gets rid of Fire Blight. Makes Fire Blight not really a huge concern. Thankfully, unlike in Monster Hunter World, in this game there is zero benefit to actually breaking both wings. And it is not required. Which means, yeah, as soon as we get her limping, we're good to go. But, I mean, since this wing is down, I'm not gonna not hit it. Also, the fact that she just flew away without limping is a little worrisome. Because, yeah, that increases the chances that she will die before limping. Because if, say, in the next area we go from where she is now to her being dead before she gets a chance to leave, then we're just SOL. But hey, I'll go for the other wing, because that should keep us from hitting her too much. And even if we do hit her, the wing isn't the most... It isn't the weakest hit zone on her. Though actually, her wings are pretty weak to cut. It's impact that they don't really mind. And there's the limp. Okay. I am not even gonna bother with touching her wing anymore. Would be a bad idea. And it's one that I'm not gonna do. I hope she went this way. Yeah, she did. Now, did she land in here, or did she just fly on by? She lands here, okay. Hopefully we can get this down. Nope. Honestly, we're probably better off not trying. Like, if I dung her here, that's probably our best bet, because otherwise she'll probably just end up limping past the trap, and then if she does limp past the trap, she'll go to another area, and then we won't be able to destroy the trap or anything. It'll just be sitting here worthless unless she leaves the other area. And then... yeah, we can't set another trap when one trap's down, so... yeah, it would cost us, like, potentially upwards of 5 minutes. I'd rather not be cost potentially upwards of 5 minutes, so I'm actually going to let her go to the next area, get to bed, and then we'll wake her up with the trap and put her immediately back to sleep, because that's how capturing monsters works. Don't know why you can't just avoid the waking up, but it is what it is. Be kind of neat if sleeping monsters only required you to just put a trap on them. because the whole point of a trank is to put them to sleep. But then again, I guess the trank is to make sure they stay asleep for when they're carted back elsewhere. Whereas if you put them in a trap while they're asleep, they could just wake up any old time, and it would be super dangerous for the people transporting them. Yeah, that's probably it. It just feels silly to wake a monster up only to put it right back to sleep. Oh, we can't get into the nice nook where we can be sure that she'll take the shock, but she should take it here. Oh no, a mini whetstone was stolen. I care so much about those. They definitely belong to me. And there we go. Hopefully we get that webbing we need. Just one webbing. It's all we need from her. And I see it. Also, it seems this was another marrowful wrath. And she was our biggest Rathian. Not by much, and not to a degree that's worth anything, but she was our biggest. And so, that means that we can go ahead and make the Lagia sword. And yes, we want to make it right out, because that way we use one less horn. Even though we use more of everything else. And wow, that costs Zenny. Let's not make it quite yet, because it'll take 2 more horns than what we've got to upgrade it. So yeah, let's hold off on that. And I'm guessing he's sent, oh, he's talking about the Cedas. I thought he was going to say, hey, there's Rathaloses in the woods, but then again, I probably would have noticed that earlier. Notice the text bubble, that is. Is it a Dragonator? Oh. Sure. Well, thankfully, I should have all the materials we need. So let's check out the requests. Hang on a moment. Okay, I did get the right amount of Shroom Germ Plus. And yep, we've got all the things we need here. Which is good, because if we didn't have all the things we needed, I would have been sad. And wow, that's a lot of resources. I'm glad we've got all of those too. And let's just see what other requests he's got. Okay. So I could make this mask, but I don't really want to. And I could do this to expand the shroom box, which could be worthwhile, but I'm actually thinking it's probably better if I don't, especially considering the resource cost. And this is the most appealing, but again, the resource cost, it's almost everything we've got. Plus, we don't have that last Bugmaker Pro. What is going to be in the Moga Woods, like, ever? Stuff we've already fought. I think we've actually already fought all the low-rank stuff that can be there. Because apparently Rathalos doesn't want to be there. And what have you got going on other than, yeah. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna succeed. Oh, okay. Sure. So, we still have to talk to people, or... No, we've still got some hunts to do. What hunts would those be? I'm guessing Uragon. Actually, now that I see these... Hooray for sneezes, by the way. Yeah, we don't need to do the Omen, I don't think, but Volcano's Fury, I'm pretty sure, yeah, and the Denizen of Molten Deep, I'm pretty sure we've got to do that as well. But we're going to do neither one next time. I think we're going to probably get started doing some 2-star Tanzia, like more than we have done. Let's take a look at what they've got available over there. Because, depending on what they've got, it'll change what I want to do. Okay, so we've got Diablos, Nibblesnarf, Duramboros, Barioth, Rathalos, Agnactor, Uragon, and Renos. That's a shame there's no Laggy. At least no Laggy we haven't already done. Yeah, that's a real shame. Because that means that we're done with low-rank Laggies, and even if we were to make the sword, we wouldn't be able to upgrade it until high rank. And I don't think that, as is, it would really outpace this weapon. Let's take a quick peek. So... it's 182 and 150 lightning. So actually... yeah, that would be about even with this weapon. So it might be worth doing. I'll have to do some math in between episodes just to make sure, but we'll see what ends up happening. And I guess we won't be doing Tanzia stuff, because doing Tanzia stuff other than just getting to high rank and fighting high rank Laggy won't help us be better prepared for Ceadeus. So join us next time when we play with Uragon. He's weak to poison. See you then, friends.